Choose you this day whom you will serve. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. It's eviction day, but not for me, but for Joanne and Louis, the lunatic lab rats, former landlords. But this story's about me. Man, is it cold out this morning. Well, I told you guys that I had to get out by the Sunday, and it's Sunday, so I guess I'm officially evicted. Guess I'm just, I'm not waiting on the police because I already left, but I don't have any heat. But let me explain why I don't have any heat. It's because I'm still in my RV. It's just in a different location. Still got the Budgie Buddies J and K. Again, just very cold today. However, here's what's going on. I don't have electricity, but I do got my solar panel, the solar converter, and I bought me a big gigantic RV battery, and it's all hooked up and working well. But it rained real hard yesterday, and the day before that it wasn't too sunny, and I'm kind of halfway in the shade right now, so I only get good sun about the later half of the day anyway. So, and I've also got 3 more solar panels on the way, so I'm going to be able to do, instead of 100 watts, at the max, I'll be able to do 400 watts an hour max, which is going to be closer to about 2 kilowatts a day total. But because of that rainy day yesterday, I didn't get to top off my battery much, so it's about halfway full, and I don't want to put the stress of running the furnace on it without getting some more charge on it. Although I think it's cold enough right now, I'd be willing to try that. But it's about the propane. I don't have a long enough propane hose. I had to dig a hole underneath the RV to put the propane tank earlier at the other place. Now over here, it's halfway sitting on concrete, and the concrete just happens to be halfway up under the side where the propane hose reaches. And I don't think it's long enough to bring it inside and put the propane tank behind the seat just to get me by. So it looks like I'm gonna have to try to find a way to get to town to go just buy me a new propane hose, or I don't know, maybe cut it and just add some hose or pipe inside of it. I don't know. When I warm up a little bit, I'll go out and figure it out. But anyway, so yeah, I've got a place to live in my RV without being on the streets or part-time in a hotel. There's no running water to the RV right now, but there's running water on the property, so I can go do what I've been doing for the last month and a half, and just filling up my water drinking jugs, and my water cooler up on the sink for tap in, and just go without the refrigerator for now. Went ahead and got rid of all my meat and ate up everything out of the fridge. And you noticed the big old pile of cans. I'm about to start stocking up on the cabinet so I can just sit here and munch off the cans. And I got a generator on the way supposedly by Tuesday, but it's Sunday and it hasn't even shipped according to eBay. The solar panels, however, did ship, but I haven't had any updates on them since the 4th, which was last Tuesday. So they're supposed to be here tomorrow, and they're FedEx, so I believe they're going to be here. I get to mow the yard over the bridge at the neighboring my old place tomorrow. Make a little bit of money, then we'll get my lawnmower over here, and between me and Danny, we'll figure out how to get my lawnmower back and forth, so I can keep doing that every couple of weeks. Make a little extra money and help them out. I like, I don't like not keeping it, I guess I might need to edit that. I like being reliable, and if I say I'm gonna be able to do your yard, I want to be able to do your yard. The lawnmower broke. I got the drag links in, and I got, check this out. And this is another reason why I'm waiting on them other solar panels. And I bought this big RV battery. But look at this thing. Yes, sir, indeedy. 1200 watt sine wave inverter. 2400 watt max. And it's supposed to be 40% more efficient than a modified sine wave inverter. So we're going to see about that. But if you want to hear about the actual story of moving, me and my friend, I don't know if you noticed, but I took that video down because we're getting along. He's coming around to not being so self-centered and narcissistic, and I'm, just doing whatever I can to get along with him. But anyway, Danny was gonna rent a truck for me if these two fellas that Craig had lined up couldn't rent trucks and get over here to get my place. And Danny called me up last week, and a day earlier than I was expecting him to move the truck, but the day I was waiting, I think it was Thursday, yeah. And he called me up and said, "Hey, I got somebody who could be there in 20 minutes and move your RV for $100 right now." And I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, I've been out here since the 6 o'clock this morning getting this place ready in case, one of these fellas, Craig, gets to shows up. Yeah, call him, send him over." So we connected, he come over, and sure enough, by the middle of the day, we had my RV over there. He used a big old Chevy Tahoe. You wouldn't believe that Chevy Tahoe moved this camper down here like pretty well. This camper towed all right. It sounds like I got a brake drum coming apart or something, or your brake pads coming apart in the drum or something on one of these sides, and maybe a bearing issue. But other than that, man, I put a set of tires on this thing. This thing would go across the country, I would think, the way it towed over here all right. And you should have seen the twisting and maneuvering in to get it in here. I wish I'd have caught it on camera, but we were just so focused on getting the job done, I didn't even have time to grab the camera and catch it. But anyway, my e-bike, I got the new motor in, got the tire on it, got the new controller in, and I'm only getting about 2.5 miles out of it, from maybe 4 between here and there. And then and I don't know if it seems to be like it works fine. I'll go a couple of miles and I'll park it. I haven't had a chance to go any further than that, really. Then I'll get up a day later or 2 days later, and I'll go somewhere, and it'll take off all right for just a little bit, but the batteries will look like they're dead as it's accelerating, and then it'll just start cutting out, and it'll be just a constant battle to go anywhere. And I don't know. The first time it was a connection. The second time it actually just worked like the battery was dead. It actually worked. And then yesterday it was doing that pulsing thing. I don't know. I got the old controller I'm gonna try out, and if that doesn't fix it, I'm gonna figure out how to test those batteries, and it'd be nice if it was something simple like the controller or the batteries, but I hope it's not that motor just being wonky and incompatible. But batteries are $200, and I just spent $320 on the motor, so that's over half of what just buying a Walmart special bicycle with a hub motor and batteries attached to it, but it does drive. I might be able to sell it for at least what I got the motor in it. I don't know. Well, J&K, I know it's cold today. I'm going to try to get a propane hose because it's supposed to be cold again tonight. Supposed to be sunny, so maybe I'll get some batteries and see how the furnace works off the battery overnight without a super duper charger. How good this one solar panel out of the 4 I'm supposed to have total, does topping off this big 1.6 kilowatt RV battery. All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and call that quits. And I plan on making me a big solar cart I got a trailer axle with some little 12-inch wheels on it. Got some metal framing, gonna make me a little solar panel cart to wheel down into the field where the sun is all the time, instead of up here on the RV where it's only half the day, and make it so it can just, the whole thing can tilt too if I want to follow, track the sun, go down there a couple times a day and move it, and see if I can't run that thing, because again, I'm not counting on that generator to come in. I found a $1,000 generator for $260, about $280 after tax, $290, yeah, somewhere $280, $290 after tax, and it may have been too good to be true. And if it is, I imagine I'll get a refund, but I'll have to go buy a generator, and man, I really wanted that $1,000 bells and whistle brand new one instead of a used, mediocre generator for the same price. All right, everybody. Until next time.
Answer the phone, Joshua.